Om Vakratunda Mahakaya Surya Koti Samaprabha Nirvignam Kurume Deva Sarvakaryeshu Sarvada Saraswati Namastubhyam Varade Kamarupini Vidyarambham Karishyami Siddhir Bhavatu Me Sada Gurave Sarvalokanam Vishaje Bhavarogina Nidhaye Sarvavidyanam Dakshinamurtaye Namaha Ishvaro Gururatmeti Murti Bheda Vibhagine Vyomavat Vyapta Dehaya Dakshinamurtaye Namaha Sada Shiva Samarambham Shankaracharya Madhyamam Asmadacharya Paryantam Vande Guru Paramparam Shruti Smriti Puranana Alayam Karunalayam Namami Bhagavat Padam Shankaram Lokashankaram Sakshat Kritam Dayanandam Paramarthasvarupinam Tattvajnana Prashastaram Pranatosmi Param Padam Om Sahana Bhavatu Sahano Bhunaktu Sahaviryam Karavavahai Tejasvinavadhetamastu ma vidvishavahai Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Before we proceed today, as I told yesterday, that if you have any doubts, you can ask me. Because at the end of the class, we don't have time to discuss or clarify any doubts. So if you have any doubts to any class whatsoever, I've gone so far, can ask. Do anybody has doubts? Please let me know. If there is no doubt, then we can proceed. Please respond. If you can type your name in the chat box, if you are asking something, so I can answer one person at a time. If you don't have doubts, then we can go ahead. Please let me know. You can unmute your mic and some of you can say something. If you don't have
No
doubts.
doubt, Guruji. Yes,
No doubts.
Guruji, no doubts.
Okay.
Yeah, no doubt.
Okay. Then we can move forward. So, class 17. The topic what we are discussing is Pramanam. It's an important topic. It's a very important topic about which we should have uh, a clear knowledge what Pramanam is. And we have discussed the 6 types of Pramanam and the application of this Pramanam. And the last Pramanam, what we discussed was Shabda-Pramanam. It is Shabda-Pramanam. Shabda meaning words. Words also give you knowledge. Words also give you knowledge. Pramanam means what? That by which something is known. The knowledge about something is gained. That is called Pramanam. And words are also give you knowledge. And these words are of 2 types, which we saw. One is Laukika Shabda. Laukika Shabda is, the words what we use in our day-to-day life. Laukika Shabda. Laukika Shabda also give knowledge. If you remember the example I gave, you have not visited Gangotri. There is a place called Gangotri. It is considered to be the source of Ganga. So if I describe the place called Gangotri, which you have not visited, I assume, then the knowledge which you gain by the description of words, by description of words about Gangotri, that is also a knowledge. That is also a knowledge. Knowledge about the place called Gangotri. That is a knowledge. So words give you knowledge. You get some idea about the place called Gangotri. How? You have not seen. You don't assume also. There is no anumana involved in that. No pratyaksham. By my words. The words give you that knowledge. Can we take this Laukika Shabda, the words, the description of Gangotri by me, can we take it as a Shabda-Pramanam? It is not a Shabda-Pramanam, but the words give you knowledge. It cannot be taken as a Shabda-Pramanam. Why? Because the place Gangotri, it is verifiable. You can go and verify for yourself. You can go and see for yourself. By pratyaksham, you can know. You can know the place. By pratyaksha pramanam, you can verify the place called Gangotri with the words. You can compare with the words of my description and get confirmed knowledge. Sthirajnanam. So, my words give you some knowledge. That is true. But again, the knowledge is verifiable by you. Suppose if there is not a place, then how can you say my words are pramanam? You cannot say. Because only when it is verifiable, then only you will say what I said was true. Only if it is there and if it is verifiable and you verified it, then only you can acknowledge that my words are true. That case also it is not a, my words are not the pramanam. Even if it is not there, then you verify and dismiss my words. You dismiss and say that there is no place called Gangotri. In that way also, my words cannot be the pramanam because it violates the very definition or the validity of pramanam. What is the validity of pramanam? Anadhigata, abhadita, jnana vishayakam pramanam. What one pramanam establishes, the other pramanam cannot dismiss, cannot prove, cannot disprove. It doesn't have any scope. What one pramanam says, in that other pramanam has no scope, should not have scope. And only it is a pramanam, valid pramanam. Since the place called Gangotri is verifiable by pratyaksham, therefore, in this case, the Laukika Shabda, the words what I used, it gives you knowledge, but it is not a pramanam. You cannot take that as a pramanam. And once you go and verify, that is pratyaksham. My words about Gangotri, it gives you paroksha jnanam. Paroksha jnanam. It gives you jnanam. There is no doubt. And the jnanam is paroksham. Paroksham means remote knowledge, indirect knowledge, paroksham. It is not pratyaksham. It is not available for immediate perception. It is available as paroksham. You can go and verify. Therefore, paroksham, it is indirect knowledge. Knowledge which can be verified by you later by the application of other pramanams. But it gives you knowledge. My words give you knowledge. Therefore, paroksha jnanam. Okay. So this is Laukika Shabda. It gives you paroksha. And the same paroksha becomes pratyaksha after you verify. Now, let us take the other example. My words, in the first example, that the place of Gangotri, the description of the place of Gangotri, it gave you paroksha jnana. Then another example, that is, the postman brings a letter for me and asks Sharan. He tells my name and asking who is the person. I am the person, in fact, opening the door and ask the postman. He's asking me who is Sharan. I'm just right in front of him. So my words, I am Sharan. If I say that, the postman gets knowledge. He gets a knowledge that I am the person he's looking for. So now this knowledge, what knowledge is that? My words, of course, my words gave him jnanam, knowledge. And the jnanam is not paroksha. It is immediate. It is aparoksha. Pratyaksha, aparoksha. It is aparoksha jnanam. Immediately got it. There is no verification required later. Because he sees me and I am the person. So my words gave him that knowledge that I am the person he is looking for. So this is pratyaksha jnanam, we can say. Aparoksha, immediate knowledge, we can say. Paroksha. In fact, we use aparoksha. We reserve the word for aparoksha for something later. So this gives him immediate knowledge. Pratyaksha jnanam, he gets. So In both these examples, the words are Lokika Shabda. Lokika Shabda. So Shabda gives knowledge, but in this cases, it is not a Pramanam because it is verifiable. Even in the second example, I am the person is looking for, that person, that postman is looking for, he confirms that by pratyaksham. He sees me. Pratyaksham is there. He confirms my words give him knowledge and it confirms him. So by pratyaksha it is validated. This is with regard to the words giving knowledge. The words can give you either paroksha jnanam or it can give you aparoksha jnanam also, like in the second example. Pratyaksha jnanam it gives. Now we are discussing about the shabda which are not laukika, but vaidika, the words of the Veda, Vaidika. What the Veda reveals, that is not available for verification by any of the Pramanas. Whatever the Pramanams we have seen, what the Veda reveals, it is not available for verification by any of the Pramanam. These Pramanams, the six Pramanams, what we discussed, Pratyaksha, Anumana, Arthapatti, Upamana, Anupalabdhi, even Shabda, Laukika Shabda, because it gives knowledge, therefore I consider that also. With this, the subject matter of Veda cannot be verified. What the Veda reveals as a distinct subject matter. What the Veda reveals as a distinct subject matter. Therefore, this Veda Pramanam, it is not available for any of the human instruments of knowledge. It is not available with the human being. It is not available at one's own disposal. This Pramanam is available outside, not with you. You cannot operate it on your own because it is not available with you. It is available outside. With whom? You can say it is available with the Guru. It's available with the Guru in the form of Shastram. It's available with the Guru in the form of Shastram. It is available with Ishvara, Dakshinamurti. The Pramanam is available with the Lord. And the Lord handles the Pramanam and gave this knowledge to Rishis. And the Rishis transferred to their disciples. And that's how the knowledge is transferred by the operation of the Pramana in a order, in the lineage. That is called Sampradaya. Therefore, the knowledge, what the Veda reveals, it is apaurishayam, we say. The knowledge is not apaurishayam. The Veda, the Pramanam is apaurishayam. Pramanam is apaurishayam. The knowledge, what the Veda reveals, it is not available for any other human instruments of knowledge. And the Pramanam is called apaurishayam. It is not paurishayam, it is apaurishayam, not available within the human range. That is called apaurishayam. So therefore, with any amount of the human effort, you cannot arrive at the truth of the Veda. Why? Because the Pramanam is outside of you. Unless Bhagavan reveals that to Rishis, Rishis would not be able to know that. And Rishis, they were prepared to receive the knowledge, and Bhagavan operated the Pramanam and revealed and gave this knowledge to the Rishis. Unless the Bhagavan chooses to reveal it, in the form of Guru, it is not possible for the human beings to gain this knowledge. And the rishis were the prepared ones. They received this knowledge in the deep meditation. That is why we say rishi. Rishati janati iti rishihi. And the rishis, because of their love for the disciples, the compassion, it transferred, and that forms a parampara. That forms the parampara. And this knowledge was transmitted orally. It is not written. So Veda is not a book. Veda means, literally the word Veda means knowledge. With the dhatu, the verbal root is with, to know. Therefore, Veda means knowledge. So therefore, this knowledge which was transmitted orally, therefore, it is the parampara is called Karna Parampara. The teacher gives the knowledge in the form of teaching, in the form of teaching orally gives us knowledge, and the Shishya listens to it and gains the knowledge. Listening requires ears. Therefore, Karna Parampara. Therefore, the Parampara is called Karna Parampara. So now, what is the need to look at this Veda now? Our interest is in Vedanta, not in Veda Purva. You know that Vedas, the whole Veda, the four Vedas are divided into Veda Purva and Vedanta. Each Veda is divided into the first part of the Veda and the last part of the Veda. Both the parts are the Pramanam. Veda Purva is also a Pramanam. Vedanta also, it's a Pramanam. You cannot say Veda Purva is Pramanam, I accept. Vedanta is not a Pramanam. You cannot say. That is a Ardhajari Nyaya. Ardhajari Nyaya. You cannot say like that. If you accept Veda as a Pramanam, you have to accept the whole Veda as a Pramanam. You cannot say an old woman has the face of a young lady and the body is old. Like the face of the woman is 16 years old, whereas the body is 80 years old. You cannot say. The age of the face must be same as the age of the body, other parts of the body. Face is 16 years, but the body is 80 years. You cannot say. That is called Ardhajari. So the whole Veda has to be taken as Pramana. You cannot accept Veda Purva and dismiss Vedanta, and vice versa. We cannot say that I will accept Vedanta, I don't accept Veda Purva. We cannot say. Because both the parts of the Veda, the first part as well as the last part, has got something which is not available for any other Pramanam. Let us discuss Veda Purva for some time, and then we'll move on to Vedanta. Sometimes the Veda Purva, the discussion on Veda Purva is more convincing. Convincing that we accept Vedanta. Sometimes it happens. Therefore, Veda Purva let us take first. What is the subject matter of Veda Purva? Veda Purva deals with lot of karma. Karma means rituals. Yajna, Homa. There are so many karmas, yajnas, and the methods of doing the yajna and the mantras and the materials required for the yajna. Everything is available. How the materials to be prepared for the yajna? What is the time? All the supportive things required for performing a yajna, it is all given in the Veda Purva. And also Veda Purva talks about dharma. What is dharma? Values, attitudes. Dharma, values. What is dharma? What is adharma? Like, for example, Satyam Vada, speak the truth. Dharmam Chara, follow the dharma. Suram na pibet, don't drink alcohol. It's a papam. Kalanjam na bakshayet, don't eat meat. Mamsam na bakshayet. So, it has lot of vidhi, injunctions, do's and don'ts, Vedapurva, to lead a dharmika life. Why should we lead a dharmika life? First of all, that is, that's a beautiful vision of the Veda. Leading a dharmika life in the first part, in the first stage of life, if you can divide the life into two stages, or if you divide life into four stages also, fine. The first three stages, when you are leading a student life, then Grihastha life, then Vanaprastha life, the three stages of life, during the three stages of life, the observance of the Veda Purva, it prepares you for Vedanta, which is the fourth stage of life, sannyasa. Sannyasa is not a must. Sannyasa is not a must. Even for the leading a life of mental sannyasa, it prepares. That preparation is done by the Veda Purva. In the beginning, Veda orders us, orders, do this, don't do that. Because Veda knows what is good for us, and what should be avoided. Therefore, in the form of injunctions and prohibitions, in the form of do's and don'ts, Veda prescribes certain things for us. And Veda Purva also prescribes, or you will find a lot of karma, doing which the person can gain what he wants. Suppose, for example, if a person wants wealth, dhanam, for that particular yajna is there, homa. You are doing some business, but the business is having some problem. You are incurring some loss. So, for the for the prosperity of your business and for the well-being of your family, you can do homa, particular homa. If you want a rain, there is no rain, everywhere drought, you can do a particular ritual doing which rain will come. That's called Kariri Yajna. Similarly, Putra Kameshti Yajna. A couple doesn't have any children, doesn't have any child. Therefore, for the couple can do a particular yajna, Putra Kameshti Yajna. So, like that, there are so many yajnas are there, karmas are there. And as a Vaidika, the person must do, every day he has to do is Nitya Karma, daily obligatory duties. He must do Sandhya Vandanam, he must do Agnihotra, if he is doing Agnihotra Karma. Agnihotra it's not a big karma, it's a simple karma, but one has to do. It is a must for Grihastha. So a lot of karmas are there. So, having the end in view, a certain karma you can do. Veda prescribes. If you want this particular result, you can do this karma as prescribed by me. It says, Veda says. Whatever Veda says, that has to be followed to the point. We should follow very diligently. We cannot compromise on that. There are other karmas are there for which the result, the palam is not given by the Veda, but we have a blanket rule. That is, whichever karma the Veda says and for which there is no result, then the blanket rule is Swarga Loka Prapti. Swargaloka Prapti. Gaining Swargaloka. When do you gain Swargaloka? Not during life. Swargaloka Prapti is Maranantaram. After leading the life in the Bhumi, in the Prithvi, then you go to Swargaloka. There you enjoy. Enjoy means you enjoy the karma phala. You have done karma and therefore you get punyam. Therefore you enjoy, you exhaust your punya karma in the form of sukham in Swargaloka. Now, I gave many examples, many karma examples I gave. Now, if you do a particular yajna, I said, kariri yajna, doing which you get rain, I said. Now, how are you going to verify? How are you going to verify by other pramana? By other pramana, doing this particular karma, rain will come. How can you verify? Is it verifiable? No. You cannot verify by any other pramana. Veda says doing a kariri yajna brings you rain. It is undeniable by any other pramana. Pratyaksha cannot do anything. And upamana, no. Can science also prove that? Impossible. If science proves what the Vedas say, then Veda cannot be a pramanam. So this is another wrong notion people have. They say Vedantic science, Vedic science, Vedic science. There is nothing. There is nothing called Vedic science. What Veda establishes that no other pramanam can either approve or disprove. No other pramanam can either approve. That is the rule of being a pramanam. Anadhigata, Abhadita, Vishaya Jnanakam pramanam. So, if what Veda says, if science proved, then how can we accept Veda as a pramanam? And how science is going to verify? Doing a kariri yajna, what is going to happen? It's going to create a huge cloud. This homa is just simple enough. Homa kunda you are doing. It cannot create so much clouds and the clouds will bring you rain. Even if clouds form, assuming that such a big homa, hundreds of thousands of homa kunda user you are offering, even if clouds form, clouds cannot give you rain. The clouds it has to become cool and then only it can can give you rain. So for cooling, what you have to do, you have to fly above the cloud and throw silver iodide. Then only clouds also can become water. So science cannot prove it. Science can neither prove nor disprove. So it is out of the scope of science. Therefore, to say Vedas also science is not correct. Similarly, doing a particular yajna, the childless couple will be blessed with a will be blessed with a child. How are you going to verify it? In fact, after going to so many doctors only, then the couple have come to Veda. So the doctors even they have ruled out the possibility. But Veda says doing this you will be blessed with a child. So therefore, how are you going to verify? So that is not possible. So there is no scope for other pramanam to interfere with what Veda says because it is a separate pramanam. And also, going to Swargaloka, how are you going to verify Swargaloka? Swargaloka, is it available for Pratyaksham? No. In fact, it is Paroksha Jnanam, like the knowledge of Gangotri. Gangotri, which is located near the Himalayas, about which I described by words, and the words give you indirect knowledge, remote knowledge, and you can go to Gangotri because it is in the earth only. So if it is there anywhere on earth, then you can go and verify. But what about Swargaloka? That is a description of Swargaloka. in Puranas and all, how Surga Lokas will be. But yeah, we don't know how they describe. It's only an imagination, visualization of this is how the Swarga will be. It's only a visualization. And by that we get the knowledge. What knowledge? It is also Paroksha Jnanam only. It is also Paroksha Jnanam. Now, that Paroksha Jnanam with regard to Swarga, can it be converted to Pratyaksha Jnanam, like going to Gangotri and verifying it? Is it possible? At least for the Gangotri, you can go verify and you can come back and you can confirm with me the existence of Gangotri. But what about Swarga? You can go, but you won't be able to come back. You won't be able to come back and verify. You can tell me, you can come back and tell me. You cannot do that. Even if you come back, I won't be able to see you. Because it is Maranantaram. After Marana, we assume a different Shariram. With the same Shariram, we cannot come and describe Surgaloka. Therefore, the verification of Surgaloka is not possible, like in the Gangotri example. Therefore, the knowledge of Surgaloka will always be paroksham. It is nitya paroksham. Always it will be remote. The only way of knowing it, going there, and that is can be done only after Maranam. Going there and you can verify it for yourself. You cannot come and tell me. Right? So, but can you dismiss? Can you dismiss the Swargaloka is not there? Can you dismiss? How can you dismiss something which you have not verified? In the case of Gangotri, you went and verified. It is available for verification. Similarly, Swargaloka, I am saying it is available for verification. You can verify for yourself. And for the verification, one has to leave this Shariram. Leave the Shariram and go and verify for yourself. It is there. But can you deny that? Can you deny the existence of Sargaloka? Any amount of common sense, applying any amount of common sense to this, you cannot do it. Because Sargaloka is not the subject matter available for either for your approval or disapproval. Swargaloka, with regard to, I mean, not with regard to a person in general, I'm talking about, who doesn't have the knowledge of the Veda, that person I'm saying, he cannot either verify it, he cannot either prove it or disprove it, really. If the person is a Vaidika, if he has understood the Veda is a Pramanam, then definitely he will accept Swargaloka. Anything from the perspective of a common man, I'm saying anything you dismiss, you have to prove it. For dismissal, you have to prove. For acceptance, also, you have to prove. In the case of Gangotri, you verified and therefore you accepted. In the case of Swargaloka, similarly, you verify and then either dismiss or accept. And therefore, since it is not available for your verification now in this life, doesn't mean that you can dismiss it. It doesn't mean you can dismiss it. Why? Because Veda is a pramanam. Veda is a distinct pramanam, and what Veda says, it is not available for approval or disapproval by any other pramanam. If you dismiss the existence of Swargaloka, then I will ask you, how do you dismiss? What is the basis? No, I cannot verify it. Who says can be verified? You verify it. You go there and verify for yourself. Therefore, but nobody can do it, right? Once go means gone. That's all. So he won't be able to come and report on that. Therefore, only Veda is only pramanam, even to even to the knowledge of Swarga being there. Now, here, Swarga is there. If I say Swarga is permanent, Swargaloka is Nitya. You go to Swargaloka and you live there forever, like some of the religions they say eternal heaven or eternal hell. If you accept the Savior, then you go to eternal heaven. If you don't accept my Savior, then you will be damned to hell. This is some people's philosophy. Now, you can see the fallacy in this statement, in their philosophy. We don't say Swargaloka is eternal. We don't say the Swargaloka is a place, a permanent place. We never say. Swargaloka is a place where you go, enjoy or exhaust your punya karma. After the exhaustion of your punya karma, you have to come back to earth. So, Swargaloka, like the Hawaii Island, it is a tourist place. It's a picnic spot. You can go, assume a special body, enjoy your punya karma, whatever karma you earned for a certain period. You will not grow old. You will have all the sense organs intact. There is no old age, aging in Swargaloka. You enjoy, then how long you will enjoy? You cannot eternally enjoy because you attained Swargaloka by karma. Karma is limited. Every karma is limited, and every limited karma has a limited result of action. Right? Karma is limited because it is done by you. It is physically done. It is done physically, mentally. Every karma, whether you do it kaika, vachika, manasa, it is limited. By limited karma, you cannot expect to enjoy unlimited result. Not possible. Against logic. So, therefore, Swargaloka Prapti is also by limited karma. And therefore, you will have limited result. Limited result, there may be gradations in Swargaloka. We don't know. There may be economic class, there may be business class. Maybe certain things depends on you, what you have earned. You are allowed to enjoy, eligible to enjoy. Certain things you may not. Maybe there may be gradations also. So, because limitations is there, because it is also a place to be reached. When you say a place, then it is limited only. And that is achieved by karma. Karma is limited, therefore karma palam is limited. Therefore, when you say karma palam is limited, therefore the time of stay also will be limited only. So you go, stay there for some time, and then you have to come back after exhaustion of your punya. You have to come back. Similarly, naraka also. The word for hell is naraka. Whether it is Swarga or Naraka, both are the places where you go, spend, exhaust your punya or in papa in Naraka and come back. We don't say Swarga is eternal. We don't say Naraka is eternal. There is no eternal damnation. We never damn anybody eternally. No. You have done some karma, maybe some prohibited karma, by chance, but emotionally, something you have done, which you have to exhaust. Even the order in the society is like that. A person has committed a crime. So for him, the punishment is there. That punishment depends on the karma, the intensity of karma. Right? If the person has exhausted his action for certain by spending certain number of years in the prison, then he is released too. He's released. He's allowed to come back to the society. That is how it is. So the same thing is applicable in Swarga, Naraka also. Therefore, we don't say it is an eternal place. Whereas the other religion, their philosophy is either you accept him now, you will be saved and you will go to eternal heaven or eternal hell. Eternal means what? You will be permanently. Permanent means what? There is no time. Forever. Once forever. Now, is this logically acceptable? It is A person having common sense, a person who can think even a little, cannot accept this stupid logic. It's a logic, it's stupid. Therefore, this philosophy is easily dismissible. This philosophy is easily, there is another reason also why we can dismiss this. Swargaloka, if you say eternal, you will be there forever. Now, because it is Swarga, in Swarga you will be Sukham, you will be enjoying only pleasure, only Sukhanubhava will be there. Only you keep on enjoying only Sukham. Now, if you keep on enjoying Sukham continuously, then you will forget what Dukkham is. If Dukkham is not there, then how can you understand, how can you recognize your experience as Sukham? You know the effect, you know the value of shade only when you are in the sun. In Swarga, you are continuously experiencing happiness. No pain at all, no dukkham, continuously happiness. Then what is dukkham? If dukkham is there, then only you can say sukham. These are called dvandva, pairs of opposites. Sukham, dukkham, labha, alabha, mana, apamana. All these are pairs of opposites. Sukham only you are saying, and there is no dukkham. How can they exist? Sukham and dukkham, they are complement to each other. Absence of one thing is sukham. Absence of one thing is the other thing. It is only the absence for the time being. So when sukham is there, dukkham also must be there. That is the nature. They are complement to each other. So there is nothing called permanently sukham. Similarly, there is nothing called permanent pain also. It is not there. Even in Naraka, if the person experiences continuous pain, then after some time the person will be used to the pain, and pain will not be a pain anymore for that person. Pain will not be any more pain. So the same amount of enjoyment or the anubhava, what the person in Swarga experiences, the same thing this person in Naraka also will have. Because the person in Naraka, he doesn't know what Sukham is. Dukkham is only experience. So therefore he will be used to it. Similarly, the person in Swarga also, he will be exposed to continuous Sukham. Therefore, there will be no experience of Dukkham, and Sukham also will become sort of a monotony and become a burden for him. He will not be able to even appreciate Sukham. So logically also, it cannot be eternal hell or eternal heaven. It is not logically also acceptable. So therefore, we use the word Swarga for heaven, and for us, Swarga is not a permanent place. It is a place of visit for the time being. To take a break from this continuous Janma Marana, you take a break, go there, experience, and come back and take again Janma. That is what the Swargam is. Is this not applicable to common sense? It is logical to accept. Yes. It is not against logic. It is not against logical reasoning. What we say, Swarga, Naraka, our Veda says it is there. You can go there depending on your karma, exhaust your karma, and come back. This is logical. This is accepted, applying our logical reasoning, not against logical reasoning. Whereas when you say it is going to be eternal, then it is against our reasoning. That is not acceptable. And now, coming back to the point, now this Swarga and Naraka is there. Since it has got a logical reasoning or basis, unlike saying it as an eternal hell or heaven. Now, Veda being a Pramanam, therefore we have to accept. There is no other way for us. With the available other Pramanams, you cannot verify it. And Veda says is, therefore you cannot dismiss it. Therefore, Swarga, Loka or Naraka Loka, it is the existence of them is acceptable. It is not against our logical reasoning, and Veda also supports. Veda also says that. Similarly, Punya Papam also. How are you going to verify Punya and Papa? Punya Papa, in fact, we know only from the Veda. Veda only says doing certain karma, you get Punya. How are you going to verify that? You have to do it. So, Punya Papa, that is also revealed by only by Veda. Therefore, karma pala, for doing a certain karma, you get a certain karma pala, and swarga naraka, punya papa, dharma, doing dharma you get punya, adharma you get papa. All those things are the subject matter of Veda Purva, over which other pramanam has no scope. Other pramanam cannot prove or disprove. Veda is the only pramanam. Veda Purva, with regard to Veda Purva. Now, what about the last part of the Veda, that is Vedanta? The subject matter of Vedanta is different from the subject matter of Veda Purva. Why? Because the very person pursuing Veda Purva is different from the person pursuing Vedanta. To pursue Vedanta, the person is a grown-up person, grown up in terms of maturity. He has understood the limitations of karma, and because the karma gives you limited result, all karma are limited. Now the person, he understands that, and therefore he wants to gain that, gaining which he will be free forever. He wants freedom. That search for freedom, that is called moksha. That is a thing. That is what the person wants. Therefore, and the person is prepared now. Is prepared for that. Therefore, the next part of the Veda, that is the last part of the Vedanta, it comes to help him in the form of giving him knowledge. The person, because of ajnanam, ignorance about oneself, self-ignorance, he has been continuously searching through all other purusharthas, and he could not gain freedom through any of the purushartha. Now the person has come to Vedanta, and now he starts understanding that what I seek, that is freedom, it is not possible through karma. This samsara, that is the sense of wanting, the sense of becoming. I want to become something. When you say I want to become, that implies karma. When you want to be something, then that implies karma. Why you want to be something? Because being something, becoming something is a problem, it's samsara. You are that already, what you are. What you want to be, already you are that. That the person doesn't know. That is called self-ignorance. Ajnanam. Ajnanam with regard to the reality of oneself. Self-ignorance. That self-ignorance is caused by the mistake, self-mistake. The mistake is committed by the person. Wrong knowledge, wrong perception about oneself. That is the cause of samsara. That is the cause of bandha. Now, for bandha, for bondage, the cause is ajnana. For bandha, for bondage, for samsara, the cause is ajnanam. What ajnanam? Atma ajnanam. That is ajnanam of oneself. And that ajnanam is because of the mistaking oneself for something, that self-mistake. So self-mistake, and therefore self-ignorance, and therefore samsara. Now the person wants to be free. He wants to be free. And for the removal of ajnanam, because the removal of ajnanam makes him free. Ajnanam is the cause of samsara, and ajnana, apanaya, the removal of ajnana removes samsara. Removal of samsara is freedom, moksha. And for that removal, what you need? You need jnanam. You need knowledge. No karma is required for that. You need knowledge. Karma is for gaining something other than you. For gaining the knowledge of yourself, what karma you need? You don't need any karma. Because the cause of samsara is ajnanam, self-ignorance. And for the ignorance to go, what you need? Knowledge. Jnanam is required. That is the subject matter of Vedanta. What jnanam? Atma jnanam. Knowledge of oneself. Knowledge of oneself. Why knowledge of oneself? Because the person thinks himself to be this body mind sense complex only. He has got strong abhimana identification with this sharira, manas, and indriyas, and also the family, the people around him, the family members, the society, the country, and therefore he takes himself to be a samsari. And because he is a samsari, now if the person wants to be free from that, that is called moksha, freedom. And for that, what is required? Jnanam is required. Jnanam alone can remove samsara. Samsara, bandha. Jnanam alone can remove. Therefore, Vedanta is the only is the only way. And Vedanta is the only pramanam which can give him knowledge. Vedanta located at the end of the Veda, that's why it's called Vedanta. As Veda Purva is a pramanam for certain things which other pramanam cannot verify. Similarly, Vedanta is the only pramanam, even in the field of self knowledge. For Atma Jnanam, Vedanta is the only means. There is no other pramanam available. No other. If other pramanam is available, then Vedanta cannot be a pramana. Therefore, this Vedanta, the knowledge of Vedanta, which is available with the Guru. So therefore, Guru also becomes a pramana, because whatever Guru says, it cannot be different from what the Vedanta says. Whatever Vedanta says, that only Guru also can tell. Guru cannot add anything new, or cannot remove also. Guru cannot do that. He doesn't have any other role other than playing the role of a conduit, the pipe. He's just a pipeline. He is just a pipeline. Through him, the knowledge is transferred. And the knowledge is a liberating knowledge. It's a liberating knowledge. It gives moksha. Once self-knowledge is gained, the wrong notion what you have about yourself, that is a mistake. That goes away. Then you become free. So, moksha is freedom. Freedom, when we say, we have to understand very clearly, freedom doesn't mean you will be free from any physical problems. That is not the freedom. When you have body, shariram is there, shariram will have its problem. That cannot be avoided. Shariram will have its problem. The mind is there. The mind is not a healthy mind. Then mind also will have a problem. Similarly, sense organs, if it is not mastered, that sense organs will give you problem. This is the nature of body, mind, senses. So you cannot make the body, last forever. There is no kaya kalpam available. That is not moksha. Moksha is understanding that I am free and not touched by any experience, whether sukham or dukkham. You treat them as they come. Not it when sukham comes, you don't jump and hit the ceiling. Similarly, when dukkham comes, you don't just become despondent. No, taking the experience as they come, accepting everything as Bhagavad Prasada, that is a sign of knowledge and that is a sign of freedom. So you are not controlled. You are not controlled by anything. You understand that you are not limited. You don't need anything to fulfill yourself. You don't need anything to fulfill yourself. The cause, even the reason for pursuing dharmartha kama is to fulfill oneself. To fulfill oneself. Whereas already you are full. You are already purnaha. That discovery, that is called atmajnana. The discovery that I am already free. Agam muktaha. Agam muktaha. That is a siddha vishaya. It is already an accomplished fact. Discovery of that fact. That is the jnanam which the Vedanta gives. Therefore, Vedanta is a pramanam. And the words of the Vedanta is operated by the teacher. The teacher knows, being the sampradaya, he knows the method, the prakriya. Therefore, we give the same importance, the same status what we give to Veda to teacher also. That is called Shraddha. So this is called Shraddha. Therefore, the word Shraddha we use in the context of Pramanam. When we say Pramanam, it means Shraddha. You can accept Veda as a Pramanam when you have that Pramanya Buddhi. When you have that Pramanya Buddhi with respect to Veda and the teacher. Therefore, Vedanta, the subject matter of Vedanta is Atmajnanam, and that is what we are going to study. More details we will see. We'll discuss more on Vedanta, certain important topics, and then we'll slowly get into the text. So we stop here. Om Purnamadav Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Harihi Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Harihi Om.
धन्यवाद गुरुजी.
धन्यवाद गुरुजी.
धन्यवाद गुरुजी.
थैंक यू गुरुजी.
धन्यवाद.
धन्यवाद
धन्यवाद.
धन्यवाद गुरुजी.